sometimes in life, the further we get away from a situation, the better we tend to think it was. Once we're removed from something, over time, we tend to think, well, that wasn't so bad. But many times, we're trying to justify the easy way to go back to a toxic situation. And in 90% of situations out there, it's never worth it to go back to a toxic situation. Whether we're talking about a physical location that hurts your mental health, you do not thrive in, and the environment and the climate does not suit you, it's toxic. Whether we're talking about a relationship, a group of friends, or a lover, in my opinion, I believe a lot of people a year after the pandemic are justifying staying in a relationship that is stale simply because now that you can go to the store, it makes it easy to stomach coming home to something that doesn't inspire you. Suitcase, good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming to the live chat. Great to see you. Again, these are my opinions and observations in life. I think about that with my dilemma on going back up north to visit family. Certainly, every place outside of Florida is not toxic, but for me, to a certain level, it is. Um, it's the same situation when you try to go back and hang out with people you once hung out with. I think many times in life, it's harder to walk alone and to build your own life than it is to just go back to something that is suffocating your well being. And this is a big challenge for those who become adults. When you're children, it's time to be children. When you're adolescents, time to be adolescents, experience life. I think there's a time for everything to hang out, to party, do all these different things. But I also think there's a time that if you continue to do that, it's toxic. At a certain point, even if something was once good, as far as it was a good learning experience, it becomes not good when you outgrow it. And as much as we want to try to make life fun and uh, childlike, it's not reality. So for me, as I look at moving forward in my life, and sometimes moving forward is just surviving the day without unnecessary stress or unnecessary mental pain, physical pain, emotional pain. And for me, that is not going to an environment that would cause more. For me, that is not hanging out with people or justifying myself or playing emotional games or just being unevenly yoked, unbalanced with people for the sake of it. You grow and mature and you build your wings so you can fly, so you can develop and go out there and figure your life out, Again, even if figuring your life out just means that you're able to sustain your well-being throughout the day. I think a lot of times in life, we are trying to figure out how to get to Mars. When the truth is, Mars, should not be most people's goal. Your goal should, Elon Musk's been divorced a few times, been bailed out by the government a few times. So even though he's a great person, I think he adds great value to society. I also think that I think especially in today's society, people look if the stock price is up, this is wisdom. If cryptocurrency is up, it's wisdom. If AMC stock is up, it's wisdom. And those are great, guys. I like to make extra money. I always say slide in my direct deposits, not my DMs, because I don't want to date you. I don't want to meet you. Okay. What I want to do is be alone for the most part of my life. I like to meet good people. I've met a few. I'm very grateful for all my friends of the past and people I may connect with in the future, but I like to spend most of my time, for me, building, because I found that relationships are the number one cause of stress, and they're the reason most people um, fall into this toxic place. They go to this toxic environment And a lot of times people hear that word toxic and they think, oh, there's abuse. There's no. It's just for me. Look, it's you're wearing a mask, okay, because you're trying to cover up uh, something that can't be covered up. They say now the mask maybe could never have prevented COVID. Okay. But what I can tell you is this, um, going back to a place or to a person or to a way of life that you used to know is worse than wearing a mask, even if it doesn't protect you. Okay. Because you're lying to yourself. You say, well, you're lying to yourself if you wear a mask. Well, hey, guys, look, for me, I try to look at what's the big picture. Okay. Sometimes you got to play the game. Okay. And sometimes you look at, well, what's the worst case scenario? If I sneeze, someone else doesn't get germs, maybe a little less. If someone sneezes, they're not going to come flinging at me. But if I go back to New Jersey and I don't like the environment, I don't like the people, I don't like the crowds, what's the worst that can happen? I can just anguish through every day waiting on a 30-minute line at Starbucks, watching someone with funnel cake dripping down their neck who've been hibernating for 8 months, and they're going to go to the Jersey Shore, hell or high water. It's toxic for me. I can't live that life. So what I'm here to tell you tonight, okay, or these are my thoughts. Now you have to take with a grain of salt. My thoughts are just for me. I don't live a perfect life. I haven't figured out life. I don't think anyone has. I think you, as an adult, have to figure out what works for you without hurting other people, without manipulating, and without justifying yourself. Okay, and you're gonna do it alone a little bit. I remember when I got into the spiritual realm, I wanted to start a church, and I started telling some of the friends I knew, like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, and they weren't into that. They were happy for me. I believe they loved me. I know they did, but they were on their own journey. I'm on my own journey. And so it's great to connect with people. I appreciate, again, Suitcase ESP. I love you very much. Adam, very positive. And I want to read all the members' comments. Great to see you tonight. Click the thumbs up on your way in. Leave a comment below. Good to see you, Andre. And my message tonight is overall, I want to focus on the positive. Adam asked me yesterday to address some of the haters, basically. And I made a mistake. I went on this 3-5 minute rant about haters. And I'm going to grow and get better in that area. What I'm going to say is I want to focus on the majority of positive people that have supported me on my YouTube journey. And I'm just going to say to all the haters, eat a fat dick. And then I'm going to move on. I don't need to go on a 20-minute rant. That's just a waste of time. Okay. So what I want to tell you tonight, okay, whether you're eating a funnel cake on the Jersey Shore, if you're in Miami in a strip club, okay, if you're watching, okay, from the Northwest, okay, and you have multiple personalities like Jodi Arias. I watched the interview with this lady called Jodi Arias. She basically stabbed her boyfriend to death. She was a complete psychopath, and she was interviewed for hours at the police station. And what you find out is she reminded me of some of the trolls passed on this channel. But let's stay positive. Let's stay positive. What I want to tell you tonight is that I'm very grateful for all the positive people. And I want you to remember that on your journey, whatever it is for you, okay, I always express what it is for me, but whatever it is for you, I want you to remember that going back to a certain place or to a certain person or to a certain group of people, if it no longer fits into your vision for your best life, don't go back, because it is toxic. Okay? It doesn't mean it is abusive, okay? Because abusive is someone is out there trying to hurt you. Toxic just simply means it's not healthy for you. That's it. Okay, very simple, guys. I keep the message simple. I don't need to overcomplicate it. And so I hope this message helps you. Okay. We're going to go now to all the live comments. If the message does help you, click the thumbs up, leave a comment. Thank you to all my members. You want to be a member, click the blue join button. Let me take a hydration break. Girl in Starbucks today asked me, and I prefer the baristas in South Florida versus South Jersey. It's true. Shout out to a couple good ones in South Jersey I met. Love to them. You know what it is. I appreciate you. There was some good ones. There was some bad ones too. I'm not gonna lie about that. And there was a bad one even in South Florida the other week about the plastic cups. Let's stay positive. Let's stay positive. Shout out to all my viewers from South Jersey and Jersey. You know I love you. Shout out to Jersey Life Lynn, Andre. Never take things personal, guys. I know you do. But I know you got to vent too. You got to say F you, inspirational nomad. I understand that. I do. I get it. I get it. I'm a fair person. But what I want to tell you, the girl in Starbucks was saying, because I get like 2 large waters every time I go there. You know, I get my coffee, bagel, etc., my egg whites. And she goes, you drink both waters every time? I said, yeah, I wash it down. Okay, your body's mostly water. You got to stay hydrated, especially in South Florida. And what I can tell you in June, still nice. Doesn't get nasty in South Florida until the end of July most of the time. Okay, so we're still looking at home base, hoteling it, or hybrid nomad. Next week, my hotel stays up. I could do anything. All right, let's take a hydration break. We're going to all live comments. Keep showing up. Okay, speak to your message, not your crowd. Because what you realize when you do YouTube is people will watch the video, not just instantaneously live, but the next day, 5 days from now, 5 months from now. And you're sitting there talking as if no one in the future is going to listen. It's just the people now. You're speaking to a troll. And you don't realize there's going to be someone tomorrow, okay, cleaning their house, okay, barely, putting something in the oven. They got me on TV. And they say, oh, shit, Sam, talking about me? That's you. I'm talking about you right now. You got me on the Roku TV. Okay. You got me on your Chrome laptop. You got me blasted on your big screen TV. Remember last year this time, I was broadcasting live from an all-night gas station in New Jersey. And we were in a national emergency. It was a disaster last year. I was broadcasting live. And I was fired up. Okay. And I was giving it to guys. My YouTube channel grew tremendously. Why? Everyone was locked down. They were looking for me for the news, and I gave it to them. And now the whole society is open back up. No one's on YouTube in the summer. The summer months, guys, no one's on YouTube. They're eating funnel cakes, whatever. Okay. You know, in the winter, they come back to YouTube. Why? Because they're hibernating and they want to know about Florida. But in the summer, there's only a few people that really watch YouTube. Okay. Unless you're in the lockdown like last year. Last year was very exceptional. That's what I'm saying. If your hospital is going through a big event, you show up as a nurse, doctor, or security guard. If your maintenance company is going through a transformer blowing up, show up. You make a name for yourself when there's an emergency and you show up. Okay. It happened to me. Hurricane Sandy, I worked for like 7 days straight. Okay. And so what I can tell you is this, guys. Show up when other people don't. Because if you know like I know, you don't want someone sliding in your DMs. You want someone sliding in your direct deposit. And tomorrow is direct deposit day. Okay. And what I can tell you is, it makes it all worth it. It's true. And I want you to go out there in life and have a level of independence so that you never have to go crawling. They said, what about the prodigal son? It's a story in the Bible about a son that got an inheritance early. He wanted his inheritance early. And then he went out and he squandered it on cryptocurrency and prostitutes. Well, there wasn't cryptocurrency, but prostitutes and gambling. And then he came back to his father. But in my opinion, if his cryptocurrency would have tripled, he would have never came back to his father. If he would have made money on the road, the prodigal son would have never came back to his father. Never. And so I think the story in the Bible doesn't show us a son that understood his father loved him, it showed him that he couldn't survive without his father's money and help. And his father was there for him, but I think there's a lot of guilt tripping with fathers, sons, and family member borrowing money. And I think there's a lot of hypocrisy from a lot of spiritual people that tell you materialism doesn't matter, and they direct deposit to buy Bitcoin on the dip. Okay. And I'll tell you, just like the Bible tells you, if your money doubles in cryptocurrency, you're never coming back to your wife. You're going to divorce her, and you're going to live independent. And if it doesn't, you're going to live in a separate room in your same house. And if that's harsh, that's a toxic life. So what I'll tell you is make the DoorDash deliveries, show up at your maintenance job, show up at your side job. Mitigate your risk when you're doing risky investments. Pray for the grace of God. But remember, like Madonna told us in the 80s, I'm a material girl living in a material world. And she adopted a lot of kids. She tried to do the best she could. Remember, like J-Lo told us, she's just a girl from the Bronx, but she retired in Miami because the Bronx is toxic. It's true. So what I can tell you is this, guys. You have to get out of the environment and get out of the relationship to that which is toxic. Okay. And I hope that my message reached you, because I know there's a Jodi Arias out there watching, and she's a complete psychopath or guy, and I understand that there's just a negative algorithm, but I want to focus on the majority of positive people, and I want to say thank you with gratitude in my heart. Let's take a hydration break. We banged this out tonight. Fire emoji if you felt that. Okay. Fire emoji. Okay, so let's go to all live comments. Thank you guys for being in here. I appreciate you very much. Oh my gosh, I missed Hal sliding in my direct deposits. He goes, I got him. Hold on, guys and girls. Good to see you, Kathy. Our guy Hal has been in this live chat for over a year now. Okay. Again, I think he came in here. Hal, correct me if I'm wrong. When did you start watching my videos? Was it during the pandemic? I gained a lot of subscribers. I'm curious, Hal, how'd you find my channel? So Hal came in my channel, at least from my memory, sometime last year, okay, with the pandemic and living near Carl stuff. And we rode this journey of national lockdown, of riots, of all-night gas stations. And Hal started to share it with me. You know, he was living with his ex-girl, okay, in Brooklyn. He had got laid off from his hotel job. The service industry got hit the hardest, hospitality. I'm in a hotel right now. And it was tough, like for many people during the lockdown. And Hal made it through, and this guy stayed positive. I even got more negative than Hal, that's true, I gotta admit it. But Hal stayed very positive, at least on the live chat. Never really anything negative. He was a great guy. And so he did a couple things. The first thing he did recently, and he was talking about it, he planned it, he got done, was he moved out of the toxic relationship with his ex-girl and with his mom. One is you can never live with an ex because it's toxic. It's only for an emergency. Number two is you should never live with your parents unless, like Adam, there's an extreme health issue, you know, or if my mom ever got sick enough, etc. Okay. So one is you got to get out of a toxic relationship. I know a couple people right now. They know they're in a bad apartment. Okay, they're in a bad place. Okay, you gotta get out of there. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Hal could do what he gotta do. Secured his place now. He secured a job. He got an offer today. He's saying, "Holy crap, Sam! The day has come." We're talking about it right now. I thank you. You did it yourself. Hold on a second. I see money bag. Every good person in here put a hand clap emoji and a money bag emoji for Hal. $60,000 offer. This is a career. Okay. When you DoorDash, it's a side hustle. When you YouTube, it's a side hustle. And I'm grateful for that. When you get above $50,000 a year, it's a career. Hal, I'm gonna read your next comment, but if I was in the all-night gas station, I would take my shirt off. I would spit my free water into this phone just to show you how excited I am. But because I'm in a 4-star hotel with my air conditioner and pumping, okay, I got to keep it very melatonin, okay, because I might have to renew my 30-day extended stay out this bitch. Okay. Yeah, Suitcase giving you love. But let's read the next comment. Hal goes, they couldn't give me 60 while they gave you 58.5 because I didn't have the experience in the industry. You got your foot in the door. How do you start? You get your foot in the door. But there is $1,000 bonus. Slide into my direct deposits. Sam, I feel great. I've been riding with you since 2019. Okay. But joined last August. Love to you, man. Suitcase again gives you love. Thank you, Suitcase. ESP gives you love. Thank you, ESP. Hal also said, I am ready to learn and grow. I feel it, man. See, it's exciting and sad because I know the day will come and I want the day to come that you're going to have your shit so together. You're going to be building your career. You ain't going to have time for inspirational nomad. And does that make me sad? Well, it makes me sad, but it makes me inspired. Because I always tell you, if I'm doing my job, you don't need me. Okay? You become an executive. You travel. And one day down the road, who knows if I ever see you in a live chat or if we ever cross paths, and it doesn't matter. Why? Because if you improved yourself, that's all that matters. And if anyone loves you, your family, your friends, your manager, if anyone loves you, they'll never hold you back. They'll never guilt trip you. Because the ultimate joy for anyone who loves you is to see you build your best life and to grow, if you can, if you have the ability, to an independent person and still give back, but you develop as a person. And what I can tell you, okay, like Mace, okay, told us in one of his first hit singles, I want to see you happy, even if it's not with me. Okay. It's true. So what I can tell you is this, guys. Let's take a hydration break. This is a magical day on my channel. Okay. Because we had a lot of magical days, guys. Okay. We had the Fire and Fury. Okay. We had the dildo talks. Okay. We had the 4 steps to live in your car. Well, 3 steps. We had the Florida Latina MILF intensity. You know, we had the troll talk. We had the crying talk. And tonight, we have the encouraging testimony talk. Where someone, not a fake person, a real person, Hal, has shared with us his downs. And now he's sharing with us his ups. And if you can't celebrate someone else's success, that's the ultimate failure. If you're not really excited, I remember sometimes, yeah, Big Plan Dan, that's my guy, man. Shout out to South California and everyone that was in the porn industry when they were making money. Porn industry now down the hill. You know that, Big Plan Dan. I love you, brother. Big Plan Dan's a good guy. But I remember this. Pat goes all over the Upper Peninsula. He's looking at reindeer ass, all type of shit. I love you, man. I remember sometimes I would tell people good news, and they'd be like, "Oh, I'm happy for you," but they didn't take like time to really talk about it, because no one can really celebrate your job. But we're taking time tonight. Hold on, guys. This is a very big moment. Okay, very big. When someone who's been unemployed for a year, was living with his ex-girl, living with his mom, this is toxic stuff. Guys, when you're unemployed and you're living with other people, this is the peak of toxicity. But this is part of life that we've all been through. Yeah, Paco, show you some love. So what happens is eventually, by the grace of God, you just hang in there. Okay. You do what you need to do one step at a time, and that's what you did. He, guys, Howell told us a lot of job interviews that didn't go well. He lived in his car for a few weeks. So Hal, all I can tell you, brother, this is a great day. To me, this is like this goes down in the record books, at least of this channel. Okay, because I'm excited, man. I feel it because you've been a positive person, and I believe, I truly do. This is not just pandering talk. I believe that overall, in a modern society, positive people do better than negative people. On average, there's exceptions. I believe that someone who just shows up and goes like this will always go further than someone who barely shows up and always causes a problem. I truly believe it. Truly believe it. Seen it. So to me, it's not even theory. I've seen it in real life. So how, I don't know if I'm doing any justice to how happy I am for you. And I don't know what's going to happen in the future. And so I'm not going to put any expectation on this, but I am going to say that I appreciate you. I'm happy for you. And I want you, okay, to continue to build your life. Again, even if it's to the point where you never come back in a chat. Because I always want everyone to have that freedom to fly. Okay. That's the whole point of your best life. Not to be, when you don't have to be, don't be dependent. Be independent. Because when you're independent, you'll be an asset to society, and you'll give back to society, and you'll be an asset to everyone. Because you'll be overflowing with joy, with money, with everything. Okay. It's true. I love you, Howard. You know what I'm saying. I have to say this. So important. It's so important to say this part, guys. Because this is the important part about what's the difference between a good relationship and a toxic relationship. A good relationship, and I've been guilty sometimes in certain relationships, not giving that freedom to a certain point. Okay. And I tell you now, I see some of these chicks, I say, well, I'm glad that one didn't work out. I ain't gonna say that part. Never question God on why that relationship didn't work out. You'll see that person 15 years from now on social media, you say, I dodged a bullet out this motherfucker. Okay. Now thank you, Jesus. That's I tell you. Even if you're atheist, you say that. That's true. Thank you, Lord. Yeah, we're going to church tonight, guys. Okay. So we're gonna go back, okay, to the members' comments, guys. ESP was on fire. She said 100. Pat Go is looking at dear ass. Suitcase is in Tampa making it happen. Okay. Kathy, Chicago. Eddie, forgive me for saying the name wrong. Gramasin, I'm gonna say my Eddie. $4.99 super chat. Eddie, shout out to you. Thank you for the love, Eddie. Thank you. Appreciation. Thank you for watching. Thank you for that tip. And I appreciate that show of support. It means that we're doing something to positively impact you. So thank you with gratitude, not entitlement in my heart. Thank you, Eddie. Eddie, keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. One day at a time, one step at a time. You fall, you get back up. Okay. And so what I can tell you, guys and girls, we're going to get our bad days. When we get our good days, let's make it rain in the strip club. Okay, not literally, okay, unless you're young. Once you get to your late 20s, 30s, let's get out of the strip club, guys. Hate to say it. Okay. And all my girls out there, you can't go from the stripper to the bartender. You got to start to, become a caretaker, a nurse, something. You got to get out of the strip club. Okay, hate to say it. It's toxic. Okay. Now let's stay positive. Hey, click that thumbs up. Thank you, Eddie. All right, thank you, Hal. Pat Go and Kathy. Kathy, it's great to see you too, Kathy. I haven't seen you in a while. Shout out to Chicago. And this is a very exciting night, man. Money bag emoji out the wazoo. I got to approve some comments. They got caught in the algorithm. We're going to go back. We're going to read them all, guys. Again, Suitcase said hello, thank you. ESP says 100. I appreciate that, ESP. Keep pushing forward. And my man Adam, forgive me for being late on this. Good evening, Sam. Hopefully you are having a good day so far. Overall, it's a good day. I had a money bag day. Basically a $2,500 day at work. I'm not mad at that. That's my best day ever so far. Well, I believe Adam is in sales, and I believe from my past conversation with him, he gets 5% of what he sells per day. So, guys and girls, let's do the math, okay? So we're going to round it up. We're going to say Adam made a sale or sales equaling $2,500 today. He gets 5% of that. So you take 2,500, use the multiplication symbol, and then you use the decimal symbol 0.05. That's 5%. And then you go equal. So he made $125 today. Okay, if he made $125 for 5 days a week, that's $625. Okay, and usually the average person works about 5 days a week. And then if you take that and times 52, there's 52 weeks in a year. Adam makes a gross, this is pre-tax, pre-healthcare. He makes a gross salary of $32,500. He should know that. You should know that. You got to know the numbers, because you got to know if you're progressing, regressing. And so now, a tax rate on 32,000, your tax rate is probably 10 to 15%. Okay, and then if you have state, because it's the low, we have in America what they call progressive tax. Okay, is that it's based on your income. There's not a fixed tax rate, and then there's also line item deductions. Okay, so I would say he's probably somewhere around 12% after everything's all said and done. So you got to take out 3,900. So we're gonna just take out. We're just gonna say he made 33,000, and then we're gonna take out 4,000 for deductions before healthcare. So he made a salary pretty much at $29,000 if he did that every day, and that's a high day. So if he made $29,000, okay, per year, what is that per month? Well, we take 29,000, okay, and then we divide it by 12. There's 12 months in a year. So Adam brings home net about $2,400 a month approximately. Okay, so he still has to pay health care. Okay, in America, unless you're very poor, probably less than 20,000, you get Medicaid. If you're a senior citizen above 65, you get Medicare. So there is health care for the destitute or elderly. But if you're working class and of working age, you're going to have to pay for health care yourself, or see if you can get a subsidy based on your income. But after taking home $2,400, if you had to pay for his own health care, you got to take out at least $300-400. At least he's got a couple kids, he's got rent, he's got food. So I want everyone to realize in life, the average person would probably need to double that. You need to be close to 60. Now, again, Adam, I'm celebrating with you, so I don't want to feel like I'm being negative. So, Adam, forgive me, because you're very positive. But I like to share the numbers, because I want everyone to know the bottom line in your life, because that's empowerment, that's knowledge. Okay, I want you to know what you're doing, what you're not doing. The biggest part of my financial awakening was looking at what I was taking home versus what was going out. Because all I knew for many years, and I was working since I was in high school, but all I knew up to my late 20s was that I had enough money to pay my bills and do what I wanted or whatever. I didn't really know the bottom line. I didn't know, well, every month I have a surplus of 2,000 or I have a deficit of 2,000. Didn't know that. You got to know that. Why? Because you got to have somewhat of the knowledge, okay? Or else your whole life, someone else is going to be running the show to a certain degree. I want you to run the show, okay? I want you to take hold of the life by the dear ass, and I want you to live a great life. Adam, very proud of you. Great job. You're doing awesome. I love you, and excellent job. Suitcase. Oh, you're reminding me of my home state, Tennessee. I know you don't like Tennessee. A middle finger emoji. I avoid it like the plague. I can understand it. Got children and grandkids there, but I don't spend more than 2 days, and that's a pain in the ass. I can understand there's a, even within me, there is a dynamic that there is sadness that I'm disconnected from my family and friends to a big level. But there's also a reality that I know what life is if I am connected. It's toxic to a certain degree. And so I think in all of us, maybe, there's that duality that we would like things maybe to be different, but we know the reality is they're not. And I don't know everyone's circumstance, and it's not my place to know or to tell everyone their circumstance. I know my own. And I know that for me, as an adult, I have to do what's best for me. Now, obviously, yeah, you got kids. It depends their age, depends your responsibilities. Again, I don't. Everyone has their own circumstances. Not my place because there's so many. But I just want to tell you that I understand that not wanting to go back home. If home is toxic for you for whatever reason. Again, everyone's got their own reasons. So I totally get it. Andre, hey Sam, hello to you. Andre, just left a restaurant on the water. That's my daughter. Pick in Seabright, New Jersey. I know Seabright. We come to celebrate my daughter's birthday. Well, I hope she's still listening. I hope she's in here. Why? We're going to sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Andre's daughter from YouTube. We wish you many more birthdays. Happy birthday to you. Birthday cake emoji. And remember, my videos are for adults. I don't want to say anything negative. But we love you, Andre. I know for a father, look, for a parent, depending on the circumstance, for a child, birthday, it's a very special day, especially if they're young. Now, again, have I spent birthdays without speaking? Well, I always spoke to my mother, but there's definitely been birthdays I've never spoke to my father. So, everyone has their own circumstance. But if you're fortunate, where you have a good relationship with your children and your father or your mother or whatever, and you can celebrate together, that's a blessing. Now, the day will come, Andre, when your daughter meets some guy and she doesn't want to go out to eat with you, because that's the natural progression of life, and that's healthy. Same thing. Like I always tell you guys, there'll come a day where you outgrow places or people. Time is like a river. You can never touch the same spot twice. And if you try to go back to that river and make it exactly like it was, you're going to realize it's not what it was. You don't go back in life. You can only go forward. Happy birthday, Kathy. Great to see you, Kathy. How was your day in Chicago? Overall, my day was positive. So I'll take it for what it is. I said to myself, would I be happier somewhere else? And the answer is no. There's not really much at this point in my journey that I want to do differently. I do recognize the need to push yourself to see different things, to do different things. Certainly now that I'm kind of settled in and I'm in this almost home-based hybrid mode, there is a lethargic part of life, but I'm still waking up on time, still taking care of my responsibilities, working out, doing the things I like to do, walking. So there is that dynamic, that I'm not this crazed nomad hitting the road hard, which does fire you up, but also is inefficient at a certain point. So I thought about that tonight. I really don't miss the all-night gas station. Certainly there's an energy to being on the road that's unmatched. There's no doubt about it. But certainly the all-night gas station can be toxic. There's no doubt about it. Just by the nature of the environment. People out late night, people driving late night. So good to see you, Kathy. Hal, you got a lot of emojis that I like. money bags in different currency colors, tongue out money bag, and a money bag of flying in your direct deposit. Okay. I don't like to fly, guys. I flew a few times in my life. I flew out of Newark Airport. I flew out of Atlantic City Airport. Okay. I came to Miami for a bachelor party. And what I could tell you guys, the only flying I'm doing now, okay, is I'm not doing any flying. I can't even think about it, guys. I'm not doing any flying. I'm done. Okay, unless there was a huge emergency, I'm done. Hal, thank you again, Hal, for that gracious tip, and thank you for sharing your journey with us, the ups and downs. It's great to celebrate with you tonight. Great to take a moment to see a success story. And like I tell you, man, you got too much talent not to use it. You got a lot of talent, bottom line, man. And I like your avatar. You know, you got the suit up. You got that. You got the suit. You got the money talk. Roberto 100. Roberto left a great comment. Good to see you, Mary Taz. Love to you. Roberto left a great comment the other night. I loved it. I did a post basically saying, like, go out for a walk or something like I always do. And Roberto said, sometimes the hardest part, Sam, is just getting out the bed. I got to fight for my best life. And I told him, amen, brother. Amen. The hardest part is picking yourself out of the bed and starting your day or avoiding a nap and going for a walk, getting fresh air. That's the biggest fight of your life. Okay. Especially if you're home based up. If you're home based up, guys, the recliner's a blessing, but it is also a coffin. Okay. Now look, the all-night gas station is like, you at the dinner table with the devil. So it's like, you pick your poison. Okay. But love to you, Roberto. I love that comment you left the other day. I empathized with it. Yeah, I read this already, but Hal, thank you for sharing about that's great detail, man. That's great detail. Suitcase gave you the congratulations. I read this also. And ESP, very positive woman, gave you the congratulations. Hal says, thank you all in advance for your congratulations and love. Well, amen, Hal. I'm looking forward to hearing your journey. Hopefully the deal gets sealed. I don't know if you signed the paperwork and you got a start date. I always treat it like the money bag. The money is never in your account until it's in your account. Okay, and the job is never secured until you got your start date and you showed up. And usually your health care benefits don't kick on to the 30 or 60 days after, depending. And certainly you don't get vested with your 401k till a certain time period. But find out when your start date is, find out when your health benefits kick in. And what I can tell you is I want you to live that Scrooge McDuck life. There was a magical cartoon when I was coming up. On Saturdays, we didn't look at YouTube, we watched cartoons. And there was this cartoon series called DuckTales. Keith, $10 Scrooge McDuck stripper super chat. 10 singles for the stripper. Hey guys, they call me Sammy the Sausage. Okay. So what I could tell you, put that sausage emoji in the live feed. Because every night I'm stripping. I'm getting old too. I'm going to have to turn into a bartender soon. It's true. Because this stripper only got so much. Okay, I'm getting older by the day. I can see it in this damn hotel light and fucking up my sex appeal. Because I have some people, they subscribe to the channel just because they want to get with me. It's true. That's all right. What I could tell you is this, guys. Okay? See, J-Lo got all that good lighting and plastic surgery. If I had the J-Lo lighting, if I had a whole crew here, like if I had over 1 million subscribers, not a YouTube crew, and they were filming me, and but I'm doing this on a cracked 2-year-old Android phone. I built up 21,000 subscribers, 5 million views, off a cell phone and a Jeep, and just hitting record and being consistent. And you say inspirational nomad, I want to have a career making over 50K a year. I want to have a YouTube channel. I tell, well, just start and keep showing up. Okay. And even if you don't get that far, you'll get farther than if you just rolled over and took a nap. Okay. So what I want to tell you tonight, guys, I'm not paying any state income tax on any of these super chats. Why? I moved to Florida for a reason. Number one, the weather. Number two, no state income tax. Number three, Latina MILFs plentiful. Okay. And what I can tell you tonight, the only reason you wear a hoodie and a skull cap in South Florida is because you're in a hotel or home base. Okay? Because we're not in the Upper Peninsula, shot to pack go. I haven't seen a deer, okay, in over a year since I've been in New Jersey. There's no deer in Florida, guys, not in the port I'm at. Okay. There's a lot of MILFs, a lot. Okay. So, all right, let's take a hydration break, go back, live comments. Thank you, Keith. Click that thumbs up if you haven't. 42 people watching, okay? And what I can tell you tonight, keep showing up. Thank you again, Eddie, also. My man, this is my man. I hope Big Plan Dan, if you're in here, I know you don't like to say a lot in the live chat. Please leave another comment, even if it's an emoji. Remember, Jesus spoke in parables. I speak in emojis. Why? I know people are lazy. They just want to put an emoji. My man, Big Plan Dan, this guy's very positive. South, he grew up in Indiana, Keith, I believe. And then he left his family. His family was toxic. And he went to Southern California. And you guys know I'm South Florida guy, but I know there's a lot of people out there, good people. They love Southern Cal, and I respect it. And again, if Florida went into the ocean, I'd probably go Southern Cal. Big Plan Dan, I love you. I appreciate you, and I see you. I know you're in the background. Pat Go, the best sense of humor on YouTube. Hey, Sam. Tell the lady at Starbucks you have plastic deer. She can't take it. I don't want to hurt her mentally. You know, if I start to talk about plastic, I don't go to that Starbucks anymore. Why? I don't go where I'm tolerated. I'm go where I'm celebrated. And I am celebrated by my man Infinity 199. What's good, brother? Well, what's good is your best life. And if that means getting that travel trailer, brother, I support it because I still think it's a win if you plan it out and you do it. Because I'm telling you right, guys, now I'm not anti-RV. I know a lot of you guys are watching and girls. And you say, oh no, now he's anti-nomad. Now he's anti-RV. No, I'm not. I'm just sharing some perspective because I want you to be well informed. But believe me, guys, I'm still gonna make RV videos. I still would possibly see myself in an RV. And I may not. But I always want you to be who you want to be. And what I can tell you tonight, if you know, like I know, like Infinity knows, vasectomy for the win. Okay. Live as free as you can for the win. Minimalism for the win. Money bag for the double win. Because everyone always tells me, yeah, I want to cut my expenses so I can save. Well, I tell them, don't forget the other part. Cut your expenses, increase your income. And that surplus is the Scrooge McDuck emoji. Because if you just cut your expenses, you still have expenses. You got to increase your income. That's how you get that Scrooge McDuck love. Okay. And what I can tell you is this. Some people don't want to hear that. And I say, hey, look, I want to speak to the positive people. I don't have a message for the trolls. I have a message for the overwhelmingly positive people. I'm grateful for you. And I'm making an effort to improve myself and focus more time on the positive people who care, not the negative people who are just negative. I love positive people. Thank you. Yeah, once in a while there's a bad person that destroys the hotel room. They do bad things in society. I don't deny it. But I believe there's a lot of decent people. None of us are truly good, trying to do the best they can. So what I could tell Infinity, you know what it is. Don't forget. Yeah, I like that. Thumbs up to that. I know what you're talking about. All right, let's go back to live comments. Thank you, Infinity. Thank you, Keith. What's up, Twister? Good to see you. Yeah, Pat was talking about the deer. Pat says, congratulations, Pat. You're an awesome personality. Hal, oh yeah, he also lived in his car for a few weeks. You made it. Now you got your own apartment. Hal, I am rocking with you, Sam. You helped me get here, and I'm keep sparking to get me even better. Well, like I said, you did it. You get the credit. I'm grateful if I encouraged you in some way. Mary Taz is staying in a live chat late tonight, and she's still gonna walk her dog. But she said today, my dog thanks you for helping me get on schedule so she can walk 3 times a day. Mary Taz, double thumbs up and dog emoji to you and your dog. When my fat ass was obese, what started me to live a healthier life was walking my dog and walking outside. What I want to tell you is if you ever buy a home base or if you're looking for a place to rent, your community must be able to be safe enough to walk in the day and night. Because if you can't go outside your house or an apartment and go for a walk and feel safe, you're in the wrong toxic neighborhood. And I don't know what it's going to take, but you got to take steps if you have the ability to get the hell out of Dodge. Okay? Because I guarantee you, I looked up, say, Mary J. Blige is living in Creekskill, New Jersey. Because it was like the anniversary of One Life. Remember, I'm going down when you ain't around, boy. She grew up in Yonkers. Now she's in Bergenfield County, very rich county in New Jersey. Okay. So there's a reason that Mary J. Blige did not retire in Yonkers. You want to be able to go outside and go for a walk. Okay. When I look at home bases, there's a couple criteria, but one of the number ones is I have to feel safe enough to go outside for a walk day or night. And I found this one place in Florida, and it was pretty decent. It was a great price, and it was close to the beach. But I tell you right now, if I go outside for a walk at night, I'd have to bring the burner. Okay, that's not what we want to do, guys. Okay, we want to stay positive. Okay? Let's stay positive. Shout out to you and your doggy, Mary Thomas. Thank you. Very proud of you. Hal, I love you too, man. You're my guy. I look at you as my big bro also. I look at everyone as we're all on the same level. You know, like I always tell you guys, no one's above you, no one's beneath you. Okay. Everyone's got different skills, different income, etc. But we're all on the same level. My man Adam, appreciate you, Sam, a lot for all your support. Well, Adam, your number one asset is your positivity. Now, it can become a liability because people do abuse kindness, but never, never forget, Adam, don't let your positivity get negative because it's an asset. Okay? And it's the reason that certain people want to buy from you, trust you. Again, I want to be fair that there's certain people that they abuse you because you're very kind and positive. But if you're able to have boundaries away from the toxic overreach, then you can keep your positivity, which is your asset. If you said inspirational nomad, what career advice would you give a salesperson? Number one career advice. I said my number one career advice for anyone in sales is be positive and follow up. No one wants to buy from a negative person. No one. You don't want to buy a car. You don't want to buy a house. You want to buy from someone you feel good around. And you have to follow up. Okay. Not in a way, okay, where you're pushing something on someone. But you have to be diligent. The diligent prosper, the lazy suffer. And you have to know the numbers. But it all starts with this tree of positivity. Okay? When I was an electrical contractor, sometimes I wasn't always the cheapest. But number one is I always showed up on time. And number two is overall, I was just positive in the aspect of just very upfront, clear, and honest. That's positive. Okay. Okay. So I hope that's some value. Thank you, Adam. Guys, we're on fire. Guess what? I have to go to the restroom, and I'm not in an all-night gas station. So I'm going to go in my hotel suite bathroom here. Okay. And while I go to the bathroom, I want all my members to chat amongst themselves. I want you to click the thumbs up if you haven't. 46 people watching. I want you to, again, hand clap emoji for Hal, even if he's not in here. Big Plan Dan, I want to see you on this. Thank you, everyone. I'll be right back. And we are back. Keith showing some love on a live chat. Thank you, Keith. Thank you again, Eddie, for the super chat. Thumbs up to you. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Mary Taz, for sharing. I'll tell you right now, like one of the other things, you say inspirational nomad, what are some of the basic, simple things that you want your channel to have done over the course of however long it lasts? Well, as far as my message to people, if one of the things you get out of my channel is to go for a walk more, that's a win. It's in my videos, my words, my visuals. If something gets you to go for a walk more, I've changed your life. But I haven't done it, you've done it. And I want you to take credit for it. I want you to empower yourself. Because taking a nap, unless you're senior, unless you're very hurt, is deadly. And I don't want that for you. Kathy, congratulations, Hal. Kathy, also very positive. Kathy, thank you for your long-time viewership. Very supportive. Again, you don't ask for much at all, and you're just very positive. So thank you, Kathy. I don't take you for granted, and I appreciate your long-time viewership. Thank you. Mary Toss, yeah, congrats on the 58K. That sounds good to me. That's awesome. Yeah, I agree. My man Roberto, man, very encouraged. I appreciate you leaving a live chat comment tonight. I was very encouraged, Roberto, excuse me. I was very encouraged by that comment you left. Very honest comment. Just saying, Sam, one of the hardest things is to get out of my house, get out of my bed, and fight for my best life. And I said, amen. I totally get it. Hal, I am signing the paperwork tonight. I love it. I have 3 days. Yep. The start date is June 28th. I love it. But could be quicker due to my physical and drug test. Hal, this is an awesome night on this channel, man. This is an awesome night. And I'll tell you right now, man, I'm excited. I feel excited. Keith, man, you've been very supporting and loving to me, brother. I want all your dreams to come true. I know you're fighting for your best life here too, and I'm with you, man. Infinity, you know this. I support you 5,000% with whatever you want to do. Travel trailer, whatever. I may see you out there. I love you, brother. You know that. I respect and appreciate you. Long-time viewer. Thank you. Mary Taz again shared that testimony about she's going for 3 walks a day. Her dog, guys, a dog has to burn up energy. A human has to burn up energy. Unused energy is anxiety. Why is your dog ripping up your couch too much energy. Why are you laying on your couch? Because lethargicness builds on lethargicness. Energy builds on energy. You got to get moving. Good job. Veritas, thumbs up. Adam, again, thank you for your positive attitude. Don't lose it. Keith, thank you, Adam. Appreciate you. Hal, Sam is a real deal dude. Well, I'm flawed. I don't want to start to boast about myself because I'm certainly a human where I have hypocrisy, where I have failed. I failed on YouTube. I failed in real life. So, but I appreciate the positive sentiment. Rough, but real. Yeah, sometimes there were times I had to take it because what he was saying was real and what I needed to hear. Well, I will definitely say, I can honestly say this. I mean, different times on my channel, I know I may have gone too far. Well, not you necessarily, but just in general and hurt people. But to be honest with you, I never sit here thinking, what can I do to hurt someone? I know sometimes I do, I'm honest, but it's not my intention. My intention, okay, is to share a level of intensity or information or inspiration, okay, to push us all forward, okay? Like I say, guys, look at other YouTube channels. Everyone's in YouTube a level for the side hustle, no doubt about it. But they have to do something to bring you content. Strap a GoPro on their forehead, that's content. And that's good content. News, a chick doing some dance with a fatty, okay? A guy talking about politics. A guy talking about cryptocurrency. Peter Schiff talking about inflation. Everyone's got to sell you something or got to, but it's not selling you. That's their passion. That's what they do. I respect the content. I've PayPal people, I've contributed, I've watched. My mom says, Sam, you got that TV in your hotel room. Have you been watching? I said, I don't watch that shit. I watch YouTube. But I gotta be true to who I am. I said from the beginning, if I'm gonna do the channel, it's gotta be a creative venture. Meaning that this has got to be, I got to be able to paint how I want to paint, okay? Because for me, if I got, now sometimes look, I got to push myself to get to RV dealership or do some videos that I know will appeal to a level of the masses. But to be honest with you, I really don't run the channel like that. I really run the channel, and even the videos that I've got that have gone semi-viral, they haven't really been like, oh, this is going to go viral. It's just I do them. Okay. And out of the 3,000 videos, maybe 5 have got a lot of traction. Christina, great. Thank you for the love to Hal. I agree. But what I'm telling you is look, if it's going to be an orchestrated thing, to me, I just structure DoorDash. I just structure another side hustle. You know, if you're willing to work, there's money to be made. How do you lose money? By not working, gambling too much. Those are the 2 biggest things. And having too many kids. Top 3 things to lose money. 1 is you don't work, you ain't gonna get money. If you have the ability. If you don't have the ability, get on disability. Number 2 is you gamble too much. If you're gonna gamble, whether stocks or gambling, mitigate your risk. Less than 30% of your net worth. And number 3 is too many kids. Bottom line is, the more kids you have, there's only so much. You got to have a lot of money for a kid. A kid's a lot of money. So, if you work, if you don't gamble too much, and if you don't have too many kids or no kids, guys, I mean, I'm not going to say you're going to be like uber rich, okay? But I'm going to say you're going to be able to be a level of independent, okay? And so, you know, back to live comments. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Keith, thank you again. Infinity, thank you. Maritas, thank you. I read that. Adam, getting ready to call it a night and watch my favorite TV show. Gotta have your downtime. It's called Alone on History Channel. I have to look that up. It's the whole reason why I got into bushcraft. That's his passion. That's his YouTube channel. Subscribe to Adam Outdoor Bushcraft if you haven't. Any of my members, if you have a YouTube channel, now's the time to put in the members chat, subscribe to my channel. Gotta say it. So subscribe to your channel, Adam. Subscribe to Adam's channel. Love to you, man. Keep doing your passion. Keith, my senior pro tip. Let's hear this. Your mind must be stronger than your emotions. Whew, that's not easy. Otherwise, you make bad decisions. And we all have, included me. That's a good pro tip. I believe in the grace of God because we definitely going to fail. But I would say learn or try to remember your past mistakes. Your past mistakes are toxic. But when you try to avoid them, they're wisdom and experience. Now, there's no exact science to life. So I can't say that if you do X, Y, Z, you're always going to succeed. But I can say this. If you go back to your ex, you're going to remember why they were your ex. If you go back to your hometown that didn't inspire you, you're going to remember why you left. So try to go forward. I hear that. Thank you, Keith. Christina, hey, Christina, very positive. Congrats, Al. Yep, good mentoring, Sam. Well, again, thank you, everyone. You guys have been great, and you guys and girls, you're doing whatever you're doing as adults. I'm just, whether you want to say entertainer, mentor, inspirational dildo, whatever I am. I'm just trying to do what I have to do for me, share my abundance, because believe me, guys, if I'm not taking care of myself or if I'm in a bad place, I'll share that, but I'm going to take care of myself because it's got to come, even if you're in a bad place, it's got to come from your abundance. I push myself to show up on YouTube and do different things, but you got to take care of yourself. Thank you, Christina. Adam, congrats, Hal. I agree. All right, guys and girls. Hopefully you heard my audio because I know I'm speaking soft in this hotel room. It's been a glorious night here on the channel. Memorable night. One of my longtime viewers, Hal, since 2019 has been watching me. It's 2021 as I make this for 2 years. Hal has been on this channel. And last year, like for many people, it's a tough year. Lost his job, was living with his ex-girl, and you get inspirational nomad cursing up a storm, sweating, telling him, get your ass out there. And the time has come where he has gotten a job offer for $58,000 a year starting. He's got his own apartment. And he empowered himself with the grace of God and with the support of some positive people, but he did it. And whether you make $5,800 or $58,000, the money does not determine your value as a person. Okay? But never sell yourself short. If you know you have gifts and talents, and you just hide in a job or in a life that's below your potential, that's not wisdom. Okay? If you're doing the best you can do, and you're making low salary, then that's awesome. You're doing the best you can do. But I remember Dave Ramsey. I watched him when I was trying to understand finances, and someone would call his channel and they say, yeah, I'm trying to pay off debt. I'm making like $15 an hour. And Dave Ramsey go, well, what have you been doing for the 15 years in your career? And I remember this one guy said, well, I was making $75,000, but I got laid off. I took this job, because when you get laid off, you're in emergency mode. You take any job you can. And he goes, I took this job making $15 an hour. I've been there ever since. And I remember Dave Ramsey saying, well, look, that's great that you took that job to fill the gap while you got laid off. He goes, but you shouldn't be, if you know you have the earning potential to make $75K a year, you shouldn't be hiding in a job that's below your potential. And when he said that, I said, oh shit, this guy's a little radical, but there's some of the stuff I'm feeling. Now again, I preach minimalism so that you don't have to work a job you hate, and I don't think you should. But I think any job, okay, where you're making $15 an hour, you're going to learn to hate it because it's a disposable job and you're never going to move up. Okay? And I remember going to visit a Wawa gas station in New Jersey. And I said, this person's got it easy. I was stressed out one day. I said, they're not working in a corporate life. They're working, even though Wawa's corporate. I said, they're just working for this company. They're making coffee. What a great life. Easy job. But I saw her, she had to clean those coffee pots. She was getting paid $15 an hour. The people she worked with were not pleasant, not diligent, lazy, lethargic. It was a nasty and toxic environment. And I said, Wawa's good to get you going. But if you know you can do more than work at Wawa, move up to Wall Street, guys. Wherever you can go up. Okay. So hopefully the video and the message helped you tonight. I want to thank all my members. Thank you with gratitude in my heart. Thank you to everyone who gave a gracious super chat. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Mary Taz. Thank you, Infinity. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Hal. It's great to see all my members here tonight. I want to appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Thank you.